Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Friday night live stream. It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. Guys, it is Friday, May 26th. Happy pre-Memorial Day weekend to you guys. Give me the thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay in the chat. And as we're jumping into it here, it looks like the chat is finally moving along here. Very nice. Looks like the first comment from Big John coming up over here. Didn't initially realize it was going to be spicy, but ended up being tolerable once I got done. Yes, talking about those steak chili verde fries. A good situation with that. We'll talk about that in just a bit for sure, but I'm glad you were able to give that a go, Big John, for sure. Tasty stuff as always. Great to see you guys on here. Looks like we got Michael Domeyer jumping in, Wade Barrows, sticker collecting, Jaime Rodriguez, hola, what's going on? Thomas Mordal, thanks so much for jumping on. Let me jump to the very top of the chat here. We'll give some people time to be fashionably late, as we usually do. Let's see here. Erna 785, great to see you. Thanks so much for jumping on. And yes, we will be taking a little quick moment of silence for Tina Turner once we get started here in just a few minutes. Crazy to think that that actually happened. You know, it really hits you, you know, big time. I remember in the 80s when she was really huge, and she's never really lost it, but naturally the 80s tunes, she'll live forever with that. But crazy shout outs to Tina Turner. Let's see here. Lord Darkside, what it do? Sticker collecting, Michael Domeyer, Randy Molina in effect here as well as we're shooting on down. Constance Cherry, great to see you. Got Randy Molina again, sticker collecting. Everybody's in there. Didn't notice it was time. Forgot today was Friday. Yes, this has been a very fast week, actually. Lots going on, lots to do, a lot getting ready for as well. Naturally with Memorial Day weekend, and naturally into this coming week. And then, guys, next Thursday is June 1st already. We're officially into the halfway point of the year, which is crazy to think about. And then literally a month after that, and late into July, we're getting ready for the Halloween season again. So it is crazy. But then again, that's when I really come alive, is during the Halloween time. And for me, it's late summer into fall, and then naturally the holidays and all that good stuff there. So let's see. Big John, okay, Ian, what are you keeping from us? I've got a couple of reviews for you guys tonight. Can't wait to get them going there. It should be a lot of fun for you. Noel, mi familia, thanks so much for jumping on. The sister is in. And Bus jumping in, 7332 Bus. Some people were asking about you. Where is Bus 7332? I was saying fashionably late. It is all good. Thank you so much for being here. Any second now, you're going to be jumping up on the screen here. Happy Friday. Ian from Disney California Adventure. Got to start the holiday weekend with a little Disney magic. Absolutely. Have a great chat all. Very nice. And there we go. Bus 7332. In effect, you already know what it is. Of course, your name is down below right over here. And just to segue quickly right into it, should you guys wish to be like Bus as well, we'll just get it going here just to get this going, and being that it's almost 5 minutes past. Definitely take a look at the first pinned comment or the description box for all the information on how to do that to be just like Bus. A little goes a long way. So actually, I'm a one-man show, as I always say. So naturally, anything you put towards the channel goes right back into it. You'll find a multitude of ways to do that. Super chatting, keep in mind, does go a little bit to YouTube naturally. Actually, maybe a little bit more than a little. But should you wish to do the PayPal route, you'll find that link below. If you're watching this on desktop, it's the upper right-hand corner of your display on the banner. You'll find that link directly there as well. And of course, you guys will be listed down below in the description box as official channel sponsors, or even patrons if you wish to do that as well. That would be amazing. We always have a growing community there on top of that. So thank you so much for being here. We'll just get right on into it. This is Ian. I'm back at it again here. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Kyle Broussard jumping in here. Thanks so much for jumping in. Thank you. Let's see. Drew, I think Ian tripped running to the border with his bad foot. You know, fortunately, my foot is finally getting so much better. I can actually walk and not really feel it too much. Like, I'm not even really thinking about it anymore. So I'm very happy about that. I've been doing some strength training with it as well while I've been out doing some stuff there. So I'm really glad to be almost back to normal there. Chicago Leg 20 just came back from my brother's graduation. Shout outs to your bro. Let's see, finally got out of school for life. Now on to work for life. There you go. Shout outs to your family. You already know what it is. This is the new age, though. There are plenty of ways to make money outside of the usual 9-to-5 grind. Believe me, most of us up to this point, I think if that's all we've been used to, but naturally ever since coming out of the pandemic and everything that's been going on, there's a lot of other opportunities that you should definitely be looking at. So hopefully, naturally, he's part of the new generation doing that. So shout outs to your bro there, Chicago. That's awesome. Wade Bowers, she was my favorite Swiss singer. Yeah, she was actually passed away in Switzerland from what I was reading. Is it 83 years old, I think? 83, 84, I think, something like that, I think. But no word on exactly what happened. I think she was battling some, health issues, and they said it was no particular illness, but she was battling health issues. So we can just assume it was a multitude of different things, and things just go the way they go. But since we're actually on the topic of it right now, let's just give a quick moment of silence to Tina Turner in honor of obviously Erna 785 as well, because she is our 80s music aficionado, and that was a great suggestion. So if you guys would like to put some prayer hands up in the chat over here, that would be beautiful. But just for like not even a minute, less than a minute, we'll do a quick moment of silence. And shout outs to Tina Turner for continually bringing us music over the years that will live on forever, and everybody's playlists for sure. So let's do that as well. And actually, as we go, there's Erna with a super chat donation again. Tina Turner, what's love got to do with it? You already know what it is right there. So moment of silence for Tina Turner. Always living forever. All right. Shout out to Tina Turner once again. Definitely an amazing situation with her music over the years. She had a very rough life too in the beginning, a lot of trauma that she's been through. Angela Bassett did a great job of doing her movie, naturally, just playing her in the film. So there's a lot to look forward to music-wise over the next forever, the millennia, we'll say. Shout outs to Tina Turner and to her family for sure. So craziness with that. So that was for Erna 785 as well as Tina Turner, obviously. So shout outs to all the amazing fans out there who love Tina Turner, yours truly included. I definitely recognize a lot of the music. I love a lot of the music, and it's really it was a heartbreak to read that. That really hit home when I read that there. Donkey, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping in. Let's see, Scott Messerschmidt as well. Thanks so much for jumping on as well. For those of you just tuning in real quick, and we were doing a quick moment of silence for Tina Turner. There you go. TJ DeGov, gotta have that grind set. That's right, mindset is grind set. Absolutely. Let's see here. Noel, that's right, you got some Popeyes tonight. Nice. Popeyes biscuits are yum. Yeah, they are, but make sure, as long as they're super fresh, naturally there, but have a little bit of butter on the side just in case. Maybe make a little sandwich with one too. You can split one in half. You can do that as well. For those of you who don't know, Noel, my sister, mi familia, stopped off at Popeyes on the way home. She's over at her new place and just watching the shows with Funky Fresh probably sitting right there too. And good times indeed there. Hope you guys are enjoying that, and I hope you guys are going to dig the show tonight, because we got a couple of things to do. It should be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Erna, let's see. We don't need another hero. Yeah, the Thunderdome, Mad Max 3 Beyond Thunderdome, another big hit. That's a huge one right over there, Erna. Absolutely. Really sad. It really takes me back. I remember 1984 when that big album came out, and it was just like crazy, just really crazy. Jaime Rodriguez, what's going on? Tony Montana, what's going on as well? Robert Giles, Peep Cap, yes. My 20% off code that you can get in my merch shop. And naturally, if you use YT Shopping 25, I believe it is, on if you use that code, I believe it's 25% off. I've been kind of promoting that one. My most recent reviews, actually, I should say. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But good times, and giving a little something back, and those promotions are definitely awesome. When they come my way, I'm definitely going to push them out there naturally, because less is more, for you guys, which is good. Let's see. Kevlar WordPress, personally never liked Tina Turner. Okay, but we respect y'all. Absolutely. No worries. Let's see. Zach, can I get a shout out for my boy Sam? He broke his leg. Oh man, I feel the pain with that, literally. Zach, shout outs to your boy Sam. Happy healing with that. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit sooner than it's been for me naturally there. I was told 6 to 8 weeks. I actually broke my foot the end of March, so April, May, 2 months now. So technically, I guess I'm kind of in the, I guess it is about 8 weeks, but maybe a little bit over. I need to let it cook just a little bit longer before I do anything crazy, for sure. Kevlar Woodvest, I met Tina Turner at the airport one time. She was nice, but she acted like she had someplace to go. Couldn't even sign an autograph. You know, you can imagine how much they get bombarded with people trying to do just that, and they're trying to get about their business to go where they need to go, but they don't want to be disrespectful. But sometimes you just got to draw the line and kind of make your way out there. What's hilarious is if you ever watch Harrison Ford, he's very hard to approach apparently, and it's a little uncomfortable watching some of the interactions that he has with people outside of the cameras when they're catching him, like the paparazzi cameras. It is what it is. But when you become that famous, you know, you kind of have it's a different lifestyle naturally. It is what it is. And Afisha Jazz, what's going on? I appreciate the stream much. Give your head a shake. There you go. Much. Give your head a shake. I appreciate you saying so, Anafisa. I appreciate that. Thank you. Drew is looking for chips tonight. I don't know about chips. We'll have to see there as time goes by. We'll have to see if I'm not going to try and disappoint Drew because I know he's waiting for that Subway review. I know it. I know it. My clairvoyant brother from another right there. Misty Smith, what's going on? Well done, everyone. Now let's all stamp our feet. We're getting ready to wiggle with it. You already know. Erna, do you remember her album Private Dancer? Yes, that's what introduced me actually to her primarily. And then naturally they were showing clips of her when she was performing with Cher and a few other things way back in the day. But that's what she really broke out, was that. Doonky, Peep Cap, out of stock still. You know, you guys have been buying a lot of stuff from my merch shop, and I greatly, greatly appreciate that because it goes right back into the channel again. So with these discounts and codes, keep in mind that those out of stock things eventually get replenished as well. That's something out of my control. I can kind of let them know. But naturally, we're at the mercy of suppliers with these things. So it's really Spring's opportunity to get that thing fixed quickly. But just keep in mind that, you know, if you're curious about that, just keep checking and eventually it will be back in there. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thomas Mordell, shout out from Blaine, Washington. Shout outs to you as well, Thomas. Thanks so much for jumping on. That's very cool. Kevlar saying to Zachary, Peep would never treat a fan like that. Nope, nope, nope. Absolutely not. I really have a lot of fun whenever I come across some folks once in a while. Most recently, I believe it was about a week and a half ago at Mickey D's. I think I mentioned that to you. I was waiting to get a drink and then somebody looked over and just said, hey, you're Peep This Out or something along those lines, that I really love what you do. Keep doing what you do. It was really fun to do, you know, to really just to have a conversation quickly with somebody and just kind of wave and all that stuff. It was really kind of cool. So yes, I definitely, I mean, I'm not ultra super famous. I'm just an average guy doing his thing on YouTube, but I appreciate that. But if you do happen to see me out in public, do come on over and say hello. I'd be happy to say hi to you naturally there. We're all human beings. We're all human beings. Let's see here. On a feast, let it cook. Praise the sun. Love your content and positive vibe. Keep it up. Thank you. Praise the sun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's all about love, light, and positivity because the world is a crazy place. You got to do what you can to find some happiness in it. So definitely keep doing that and don't let anything hold you back and keep you down. Try and stay as positive and as happy as possible. And believe me, I have my days because, you know, it's been a minute since I've had a little bit of happiness lately. My mom's in the hospital still, as you guys know. She's still there. So that's been an ongoing thing. We thought she was coming out, but now she's still there with some other stuff to deal with. So I'm going through it like all you guys are. I've got something going on in my personal life, you know, almost on a daily basis, it feels like. So try and let it zone out and just have a good time. That's why I love content creating for you guys and having a good time. And definitely it kind of lets me kind of escape, you know, the world around me, which is something that I really need to do. Sticker collecting. Tried the return of the Strawberry Frosty from Wendy's a couple of weeks ago. Erna jumping in again here. Do you remember her late song? I Don't Want to Fight, 1993. Yes, that's, I think, from the movie too. I think they were using that because that's what the movie was based on, her relationship with Tina Turner and Ike together. But yes, I do remember that, Erna. And Erna, thank you again for those super chat donations. Believe me, it goes a long way and it really helps out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. So yes, the Frosty is back. Very glad about that. Let's see here. Going on down, Zachary, we got a Master of the Universe tonight, Pete. Yes, there will be one in just a second. Absolutely. Only one tonight. Only one tonight. Drew, I heard Harrison Ford carries a whip to keep the fans back. He's going to need that from Indiana Jones based upon the early reviews, actually, because I'm hearing it's not the greatest. But, you know, then again, anything will be an improvement from the last one. We'll have to see. Either way, I think it's going to be just an enjoyable action flick that's much more in line with the original movies with less green screening, or at least the way it looks anyway. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. UFO, is it finally corn dog time? No, I will just confirm that for you. You know, I thought about that, but I got to find a reason to do something like that that's going to be interesting and not just having a corn dog just for the sake of having a corn dog. Anafisa, the universe praises Peep. Thank you. I'm trying to put that out there, that energy out there for you guys. And speaking of putting the energy out there for you guys, we'll just pause it right over here for just a quick second here. Just to go over really fast, it was another crazy week of content, guys. I mean, I think we left off with, I want to say, it's either going to be the Krispy Kreme Fan Faves Donuts or the Del Taco Carnitas, and it was probably going to be the Krispy Kreme because I don't think we talked about the Carnitas and Guac Epic Torta with that. That actually it's basically something that's back on the menu over at Del Taco as an annual thing, and I gotta tell you guys, that thing filmed amazing. There was so much guacamole on that, plenty of carnitas on that as well, and that was just a blast to film. That was super delicious. On top of it, had shredded cheese, it had some refried beans, and a secret sauce. I mean, everything about it was so delicious. From there, we jumped on over to Dickey's to check out their mac and cheese sausage. Guys, that was very surprising. That's all I'm going to say on that. Literally, you need to go check that one out there because just looking at it visually, it's interesting because I've never seen pasta on the inside, or elbow noodles, I should say, on the inside of a sausage like that. So it was kielbasa style sausage. It was more a little bit of spiciness at the same time in terms of, you know, just the overall flavor, but very juicy, very rich tasting, but with the cheese and everything on the inside of that, which I couldn't believe with the amount considering how it looked. It still looked good. But you got to check that out. You definitely got to check that out. So from there, we swung on back to Del Taco to check out the Carnitas Combo Burrito because I had to do that. I definitely was so excited to give that a go after trying the filming for the first version. That was a beautiful thing. There was something that I thought I might do on live stream tonight, but I think I'll save that as a regular review if I decide to go back and do it again. I'm kind of flip-flopping back and forth with it. It's going to be around for a little bit, so we'll have to see. But checking out the combo burrito, it could have had just a little bit more on the inside of it, but again, the quality of the carnitas for a fast food type of thing, it tasted very authentic to me. And I've been to some places that actually have some pretty good carnitas, a lot of places that I go to with the wifey. Really, really good in terms of the overall deliciousness of that. So really good. If you guys have a Del Taco in the area, let me just tell you, it's something that you need to go give a try on. Really, really good stuff. Nere 255, can you shout out my friend, the big homie Mitch? Shout outs to the big homie Mitch. Hope you're doing okay. Thanks so much for jumping on. A very happy pre-Memorial Day weekend to you guys. And I appreciate the super chat donation. Thank you. Shout outs to both of you guys. All right, and from there, the beginning of a little bit of Taco Bell goodness there naturally. Of course, process of elimination, they have a few different things that you'll see. But starting off, obviously, with the steak chile verde fries, another variation of the ever-popular nacho fries. And guys, I've got every single variation of the nacho fries in the Taco Bell playlist on the channel. You'll probably see that jumping up on the screen if it hasn't already. Even when it was in test market phases, just go back in time a little bit and you'll see all of those options. And then eventually when they went nationwide, I have the luxury of actually having Taco Bell about 40 minutes from me. Their corporate headquarters is in Irvine. So they were testing those a few years back before it went national. And naturally, when I found that it was there, that's where I went and I gave it a try, and it's been that way ever since. And now with this new version, the steak chili verde, a crazy tasty sauce on that. I was very surprised. Wasn't expecting the amount of heat initially, the way Big John was talking about there. It was definitely a little bit more up there. I mean, naturally, I think I said in that review when I filmed that earlier in the week, if it was kind of like if they added like a red coloring or something to it to kind of make it like red, like it was fiery, I would have just literally it would have been fine because it was legit. It was legit hot. So it could be just a little bit of a precursor to what's coming naturally with the volcano goodness in about a month or so. But that was a nice situation. Very colorful. Especially I had a lot of fun putting that thumbnail together. I love clean thumbnails. I've been trying to make them very clean for you guys. Only because there's only so much you want to pack onto the screen where it gets to be messy, and you don't want to have so much text and things like that, which make no difference because it needs to be kind of read small. So naturally you're going to see a lot more streamlining along those lines, and I love that thumbnail. I think it just pops out pretty nicely. But very tasty with those Fiesta strips, the coloring of them as well, the purple, the red, and that green. Just a very vibrant representation of the latest goodness over at Taco Bell. So if you guys enjoyed that review, give me a fire flame here in the chat. Let me know you guys dug that, because it was fun to put that together. And then naturally you'll see something else with that over the weekend, of course. And we'll see about Monday. I think I may flip something around from Monday or so, but it should be a good time for that. So yes, good times across the board with that for sure. So let me see here. We got some flames coming in. Here we go. There we go. Nayray, haven't seen Larry Nguyen tonight. Not yet. Critical East Japan. Thanks so much for jumping on. Hey, guys, you need to be jumping on over and check out the burger shows, especially over at Critical. He's been doing some great stuff on his channel. I mean, he always does great stuff, but he's been doing some really awesome stuff on there. Good times. Definitely good times. Let me see here. What else do we have on here? Contrail, what's going on? Speaking of Harrison Ford, sounds like the new Indiana Jones movie is a no bueno. It'll probably have its moments, but it'll still kind of, I think, look like the original two. I think the first couple of them had this raw aspect of them where they just felt like, you know, straight up action films, you know, without a lot of CG. It was all regular practical effect. I'm sure it'll have plenty of that, but there's some issues with the CGI stuff that they're saying. We'll have to see. I'm trying not to read a lot of the reviews that are out there, but we'll have to see. Either way, I'm looking forward to just a fun Indiana Jones movie. I'm not going to take it too literally, because it is what it is. Indiana Jones will always be the first three movies for me personally. With the first one especially, I remember that as a kid, it was just one of the best by far. So, you know, as they get older, it becomes what it becomes. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, after a while, it's kind of like, all right, well, it's time to kind of move on, you know, from that. So we'll see what we shall see. Sticker collecting, not sure about Annette. Yeah, not sure about Annette. We'll have to check in and see what's going on with her as well. But I hope she's okay. I really do hope she's okay, for sure. Big John, I'm glad I found your channel. I appreciate the content. Just jumped over here. Your channel is one of my favorites. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. John Hendren jumping in here. Got to give it up for my friend Stefan, who is in training for a yo-yo competition. Nice. Shout outs to Stefan. That's awesome. Congratulations and good luck with your competition with that. And John, again, thank you so much for the super chatting here as well. I appreciate that. Jackie Hero Food Reviews. What's going on? Looks like she got let's see. Jackie got a package from Critical East Japan. Very nice. Doing the transatlantic thing overseas. Very cool. Very cool. Guys, another great content creator, of course, outside of Critical East Japan. Drew's Food Reviews so far making themselves known here in the chat. Jackie Hero Food Reviews has got some great content. Canada is home to some exclusives right now. Some stuff from Mickey D's, some stuff from Burger King. You guys should be jumping on over to Jackie Hero's Food Reviews and taking a look at a few different things. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Drastic Actions, YouTube is all about the thumbnail game. It's getting to the point where you need AI to make a thumbnail for you. Yes, and it's part of the reason why I'm changing some things around, because naturally everything begins to look the same after a while. So, you know, the cleaner the better, the more high res the better. Just in general, it's all about those particular things to kind of catch attention. Outside of just name recognition of people that know those channels, it's all about that situation there. But shout outs to all the amazing content creators doing it up here in the food review community. As you guys know, we have a special group of people that continually do it on the daily, if not every single day, literally multiple times a day, depending upon your flavor with that too there. It's awesome to see it. It's awesome to see it. Big John, you lucky dog, right next to Taco Bell. Well, about 40 minutes away. It's a little bit, I want to say, southeast from Disneyland. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe 10 minutes on the freeway from Disneyland, which is not too bad. All right, so guys, before we get into the review, the first one, which I'm going to have to get in just a second over here, you all know this is a holdover that finally showed up, and this is the very last one to take a look at, because now from this point forward, you guys are going to see literally all the new stuff as it comes out a little bit later in the year. But for Masters of the Universe, this guy finally showed up, who was never in the 80s section. And shout outs to Kevlar Woodvest real quick over here. Hang on one second. Let me say hello to Kevlar one more time. Can you shout out the Spice Squad? He's a huge fan and super nervous eating his nuggets right now. Can you cheer him up? Kevlar, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And shout outs to Spice Squad, of course. Don't worry, you can handle it. You can definitely handle the nugs. You can do it. You can do it. Everybody here, let's put some hand clapping right over here in the chat for a Spice Squad if you can. That would be awesome to cheer him on. Is this like a challenge you guys are doing, or what's he nervous about eating these nuggets for? I'm very curious. Is it something obviously with the heat? I'm thinking right there. You can do it, whatever it is. But we'll get some hands over here in just a second. If it's not coming up in just a second, it'll update. But you guys can see it on the chat to the right of your screen or down below if you're watching it on mobile. But shout outs to Spice Squad. You can do it. You can do it. So guys, Boltman, Molecular Regenerator. This is a character that was never part of Masters of the Universe in the 80s, but they're melding the Sunman line in with Masters of the Universe, so he is getting a little bit of a feature, which is cool. And he's a pretty cool looking character, actually. If you guys remember the one we looked at a couple of weeks ago called Hypno, it's basically the same mold, but with a different type of coloring and different outfit, naturally, and some weapons, which you'll see on the back here. He's got these two slashable blades that are on here, but it looks pretty cool. Both the hero and a warrior, Boltman controls molecules to protect those in need. Make that out, to decipher something with that as you will. I have no idea what he does with molecules to help people in need, but he's going at it against, looks like Cobra Khan there, but it looks really, really cool. Just for like a character. It looks like he has a little bit of an Indian root or background, which looks really cool. Push the bolts into his hands. I know that's a little contrasty because of the white of the backing card here, and then twist in powerful battle positions. But he rounds out the Snake Men that we looked at last couple of weeks ago. There's Rattler, there's Cobra Khan, and Snake Armor He-Man, and now we have Boltman in there as well. Standard grade edition of that as well too there. Nere donating $6.90. Let's see, my friend Jesse needs we have to take a look at that. Hang on one second there, hold on. And again, as you can see guys, a very cool looking character. Again, he's got some Indian roots, and I like that because the color tone, everything is just it fits the mold of this character, for lack of a better way to say it. But very cool, part of the Rulers of the Sun. So very, very slick retro play. Another edition here. So this is the very last guy to show up, and we are all good to go now with Motu, which is good until a little bit down the road in the year. So good times across the board there. Let me jump on back to that super chat really quick and see what I missed there. Let's see. Nere, my friend Jesse needs an action figure. He's Dolt Man. Keep up the great streams. Dolt Man. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that word, because my dad, I remember a long time ago, I think he called me adult. He was playing around or something like that. And it was something stupid and something funny, but I remember him saying that once. I think he said it to me, actually, now that I mention it. But it was kind of funny just thinking about that. Right as I read that, I just had my dad instantly pop into my mind right there. So I appreciate that, Nere. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, guys, let me grab the first review, and then we will get to it. So I'm going to put a little quick intermission up here, just a quick second, and we will see what we shall see here. But we've got a lot of people here that are cheering on for Spice Squad. Very nice. I see it's all coming through. That is a beautiful situation. I think once I come back from the intermission, everything will catch up with the chat. Again, it's something that we have to deal with. At least it's kind of moving. We'll have to see. Spice Squad, mouthful, going for 100 nugs. Oh my God. Shout outs to you. That's awesome right there. We'll see if we can try and distract you just a bit here. That is awesome. Kevlar, he's doing an eat along with your review. That's awesome. All right, cool. Well, let me go grab it, and we'll jump into this review here. So hang tight. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. But if you do, quick bathroom break, grab a drink, do what you got to do. I'll be back in less than a minute. Be right back. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
All right, we are back, guys. We are back. Wait for that chat to catch up in just a second over here, and we'll get it going. This should be kind of interesting. I'm all about trying to deliver for you guys, as you know. Let's see if we can catch up in just a second here. Move my chat is moving quickly. Hang on 1 second. All right, here we go. Oh, you guys are trying to guess what I'm probably going to be doing here. Oh, this should be interesting. Well, keep in mind, we're doing 2 reviews, so this is going to be the first of 2. We'll see how we do with this here. It looks like it's catching up. There we go. Misty Smith is entertaining the group. Always. Misty, I appreciate that all the time, just so you know. Everyone just, you know, it's so cool that you're in there doing the do. Same with Erna with the 80s aficionado goodness in there as well, too. Big John had the Wendy's grilled chicken wrap tonight. Basic, good wrap. Yeah, it was good. Decent, right? I mean, a lighter option, which is kind of cool. All right, here we go. We are back at it. Yes, Wade Barrows, we love Misty. You already know. Spice Squad, okay. I like it when the breaks are longer and need to hear more of the song. You know, I'm always kind of thinking, should I just wait a second or two, kind of let it chill? Because I do a lot of talking throughout this stream, naturally, with very little downtime. But naturally, next thing you know, the hour's over, and I realize, man, I blew through this hour very quickly with everything. So, let's see. Christian Hansen making a chicken buffet for all of us. To Drew's food reviews. How many chickens do you kill? Laugh a lot, kidding, back. Yep. Very cool. Love how you guys are. We have a really, really fun community, as you can tell. You already know what it is. All right, guys, let's get into this review here right now. Robert Giles, I'm glad you consider me a professional. Thank you. I try my best. Haven't tried Laura. I haven't tried a Korean corn dog, but I would love to find a spot that does it. I'd love to try like with the potato stuff all around the outside, the way they have them with those long stringy cheeses, those mozzarella cheese pulls. I would love to give that stuff a shot. Definitely love to give that stuff a shot. And speaking of giving something a shot, guys, I finally found the first of 2 reviews. One of them I actually had since last weekend, but I thought about making a regular piece of content, but I'm like, you know what, let me just save this for Friday, and I'll just do it there. So it's not going to be what you're going to see now. You'll see the next review. That's the one that I was kind of holding on. Should I just do something officially with it? But in this case, we're going to start off with, bam, some Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. Basically, it's Dew with a blast of Summer Americana, if you look in the very bottom of the label right there. And this thing is like neonish blue. I'm a little scared to drink this, just a little bit. But yeah, this thing is ridiculously blue. I don't even want to know. This is not like, what is it, blue number 3? I can barely see it because of the way the lighting is in here. It's red 40, as long as it's not red 3 or 4, I think it was. Man, I can't even see. Blue 1. So this thing is literally, you know, I don't know. It's very, very strong. But I couldn't find it. I don't think they have a 0 version of this. So a whole bottle is 270 calories. And I was looking at this, 72 grams of carbs and obviously 72 grams of sugar. But this is pretty crazy, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the top on this one naturally. Then we'll go for a sip and we'll do a pour in a glass. Naturally, I have the clear goodness because I want to give you guys a better look at it. But man, this thing is crazy blue. And this light's not doing it justice because just looking at this right now, it looks like a nuclear type of situation. Like, this is crazy. So let's get into this. Wade Bowers, does it taste like a bomb pop? We'll have to see if it's one of those rocket pop things, but you know, Americana goodness. I mean, I remember those like missile pops that had like the red, white, and blue, like the levels, which were really cool. But this is supposedly Dew with a blast of Summer Americana. It says it in red letters. You can kind of, there you go. You can kind of see it under freeze. 270 calories, Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. Let's peep this out. Very excited. Oh man, I think it is kind of like that ice pop. It smells kind of like that. That's coming back. Here we go. Let's peep this out. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what this is. It's like a melted bomb pop, basically. The missile pops. It looks like a star if you look at it from the top, the way it is, with the red, you know, the red, white, and blue. But a very cool looking look on this there. Take a look at the packaging or the label. It looks almost like you can kind of see. Oh, you see? Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at the popsicle guy. I just barely noticed that. That's an ice cream truck right there. And they can't, I guess they don't have the license to have the original pop that looks like the star. You know, it's basically like a long missile, like a rocket, the way it looks. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I love the red, white, and blue. This just screams summer with the labeling on this. That is pretty cool looking. Look at that. And look at the expression of that pop's face right over there, especially because it's next to 270 calories per bottle. I'd be reacting like that too. The sun is singing right there. Look at that. That is crazy. That is crazy. Dew with a blast of summer Americana right there. You can't get much more American than this because it's artificial sugar. It's crazy sweet. And it tastes just like that pop. It really does. Let me go for one more little quick swig and we'll pour some out into this cup. Yeah, that is straight out. The sweetness is high, but it's more of like that sudsy type of like sweetness that you get after like a regular Coke. But this actually is hanging back in the cut just a little bit, and it's really kind of coating your mouth. It's strong for that. So does it taste like Mountain Dew? No. I mean, naturally, this is just something that's using the Mountain Dew name. I'm not tasting Mountain Dew in this at all. But it's heavy in terms of the flavor for what it is. So take a look at the blue action on that. It is really striking, guys. That is really striking blue. Really, really good. They had a bunch of these in my local market, and usually I'm very late to the party with a lot of the market stuff. But guys, look at that. That is perfectly blue. That is really, it looks really, really good. Yes, critical antifreeze, straight out. I don't even want to know what this will do to me over time if I were to keep drinking this. I don't drink regular soda too often, but naturally when something looks like antifreeze like this could probably take care of your car pretty nicely here. So let's try it in the cup and see if there's a little difference. I doubt it, but there's something different about having soda in a glass compared to the bottles or the plastic cups or plastic bottles they come in. So let's peep this out again. It's the same. It's just a better look outside of the plastic. Sometimes I think, whenever, it's kind of funny because sometimes the bottles, Mountain Dew, they put them in like a green bottle to begin with. So it's a little bit of kind of like, is that the actual color of the drink? This actually is in a clear bottle, guys. So that's not a colored bottle. It looks like it could be, but that just shows you how heavy the coloring is on this. So it's a little scary. If people are going to be asking me, what's this going to do to you later on, or like tomorrow morning or something like that? I don't know, but you know what? I am almost a little scared to find out. But yes, lamp liquid in the bottle. It's crazy in terms of the color on this. I think out of all the versions that I've seen, whenever I see a blue soda, some of them do it very well. Some are a little bit lighter in color, but this is deep, heavy blue. And that blue is my favorite color. I think you guys know that. I wear a lot of blue clothing. My car is blue. I love blue, electric blue, all that stuff. It's just my favorite. So this actually jumped out at me right away. I knew I wanted to give this a try, but naturally just being able to find it. And you know what? I just noticed this right over here. Look at the bottle. You see that in the light right there, the MD? You got Mountain Dew. I don't know, is that on every Mountain Dew bottle? I'm just noticing that right now, right there in the middle. It's embossed, kind of sticking out right there, but this is just really cool. I'm enjoying this right now. It's actually on the front and back on the bottom right there as well. Do they all have that? Let's see. Big John, you found the Zero version at Walmart. Oh, cool. I'm going to have to try and look for that because I prefer Zero personally. I mean, they have Diet Mountain Dew and Zero Mountain Dew. I've only had Zero Mountain Dew a few times, but I'm always finding the Diet. But I want it in the bottles. That's the only thing. I like them in these 20-ounce bottles for what this is. The 20 ounces. For some reason, when you get the 6-packs, they're in the 16.9-ounce bottles with the long little missile bottles, which is cool. But if I can get them like this, I'd prefer it. But pretty cool. I mean, is that Mountain Dew on all of them? Because that is pretty cool looking. I have to admit, this is just, it looks really cool for the bottle right there. So I dig this, guys. This is actually a really tasty flavor. It's instantly taking me back to tasting that type of pop. It straight out is summer Americana because that pop is literally legendary for what it is. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The red, white, and blue coloring on that. I think E. Noel knows all about that as well too when we were kids. Those are classic pop flavors. But to have it in a form that works like this, surprisingly, is pretty nice. So 270 calories. I'll probably kind of knock this as the days go by. I'm not going to do this in one sitting because the sugar is crazy on this. But at the same time, this is pretty tasty, guys. So let me go for one more little quick sip. We'll wrap this little fast review with the rating coming up next, like I usually say in my regular reviews. And then we'll move on because I definitely can't wait to show what's going to be coming up over here. So let's go for one more. That's crazy. That is crazy. But wow, that really coats your mouth in that pasty, sugary type of aftertaste. So it's strong, just so you guys know, be prepared. But it only makes me want to jump on over to Walmart. And I think they close around 11 o'clock tonight. So I may just take a ride after the show tonight because I think I may want to go check out the zero version of that if that's where they've got it, because I would like to try that. I was looking through all through the cases for the rest of them that were there. But it was really a crapshoot. And I figured, you know what? I'll just do the regular sugar version of it there. Let me see what the real deal is like. And if I come across the zero at a later time, I'll definitely do that. But I'm so glad I was actually able to find this finally for you guys. I mentioned to you guys I wanted to check it out. And I'm very glad. Now I have to take a look at a few other reviews to see what other people thought of this. Because, you know, this really is a pretty tasty flavor. On a scale of 1 to 10... I'm going to go a couple of snowmen with this one here. 88 for this. This is actually a very strong version of a summer classic in liquid form. Not necessarily Mountain Dew, but for what it is under the Mountain Dew label, if they're using that brand name to get it in your face naturally, and that's primarily what they're doing with this. The marketing is slick. It looks really cool. It represents what you're going to be tasting on the front of this very nicely as well. I totally dig that little ice cream truck. And Noel, you know what I'm talking about with Mr. Softy coming around. They always had these types of things in there along with the regular ice cream when we lived in New York. But this is very cool. I really dig this here. Whoever drew this, very slick. It's not too overly busy. It looks great. The colors are great. It definitely screams USA for the summer. And very cool. I'm totally digging this here. Summer Freeze. 88, I think, is a fair score for this. If you guys agree, give me a snowman here in the chat, since we're giving it a snowman for a rating for 88. I think this actually works pretty nicely. Very tasty on this. And honestly, if I had In-N-Out right now, I think that would be a nice combination to go with that. And I actually kind of feel like I may be doing that after the stream tonight. I have a feeling as well, because a double-double just sounds really good with a little bit of that. So there we go. We got the snowmen coming into effect over here. Beautiful. I appreciate that, Joe Benelli. Anafisa Jess, Wade Bowers, TJ to God, you already know what it is. FG Ditful, Forgetful. I think it's FG Ditful. What's going on? Dom's World in effect. Misty Smith, question of the day. What's your favorite Mountain Dew drink? For me, it's actually just the straight up Mountain Dew, either zero or diet. That's usually what I like, kind of relaxing with my shows and taking an occasional sip while I'm watching my shows, which I will be doing tomorrow. Very excited to be spending some time at my sister and Freaky Fresh's new place. Should be a lot of fun. As well. Some other people that may be there too. It should be a good time. Should be a good time. Scott Abbott, man, I watch 3 of your videos a day. Thank you so much, guys. I think with like over 1,800 videos on my channel now, which is kind of crazy to think about. There, it's been nuts. Darcy Bloom, what shows? Anything that I watch. I'm actually watching Love and Death right now on HBO Max, which is pretty good, with Elizabeth Olsen. I actually started watching V from the early 2000s, believe it or not. I've been streaming that. I'm on the beginning of season 2. That was the reboot of the classic show from the 80s, as well as just, regular YouTube content. I've been looking at a lot of like car videos lately. Thinking about maybe getting a different car, things that may be coming up there. Obviously a newer Accord. I love Honda, so I've been looking at a few different things there. So just kind of seeing what's out there and just having a good time with that. So yes, just Max, that's right. That is right. Let's see. Jay Loomis, Mountain Dew Spark Zero is the GOAT. Very cool. I've never tried that, believe it or not. I'm going to have to try to broaden my horizons because I've actually found the new love that is Mountain Dew after all of these years. So we'll have to see what we can do about that with other stuff. Drew's Food Reviews. It's back to the Ducher with 88 miles per hour. Drew, you're too much, man. You're too much. You already know. Oh, yes. And of course, Baja Blast, Freddy Foodie King, another awesome content creator in the community. Yes, of course. No worries. I'm glad you are here. And for those of you guys who are watching on the replay, which is going to be airing on Sunday, Memorial Day Eve, I guess we should say, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys will have this available to you there. I appreciate you doing that naturally. And Freddie Foodie King, shout outs to you as well. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you, my brother. Hope everything is going well with you. Contrail, you should do car reviews. I'd watch for sure. We'll have to see about maybe broadening my horizons with some things there, because at some point you have to do something a little different, right? When you've been doing something for so long, we'll have to see. Let's see here. Peep, one of your shelves is sagging. Is it that one right there? Because of the books and stuff on it? I know exactly what you're talking about. That's what that is, actually. It is primarily that. A lot of books, heavy books. You can kind of see there's a few different things there. That's actually my Walking Dead collection towards the end. I have all of those trade paperbacks of the whole series and a few other things that are kind of around this way. A lot of stuff in there as well, too. James Morrison, you should do stealth camping like KBD Productions. If I had a van or something like that, that may be something to try. But shout outs to my boy Ken Domick over at KBD Productions for doing it up. He's definitely having a lot of fun with that. And of course, that is definitely one of his signature formats on his channel now. Drastic, regarding Korea hot dogs, are we talking north or south? I'm going to say south. Because the north is a little too crazy up there. It's just a little too crazy. UFO, yeehaw. Wade Bauer, is Peep Stealth Camp when? Well, things are changing, so you never know. You never know what will be coming down the line. But I'm still kind of adjusting certain things with my formats naturally. You guys are digging the drive-through sequences. I have a lot of fun doing those, which is kind of cool, not having to have a mask on and feeling like all that craziness we were dealing with. So if you guys are digging the drive-through sequences there, let me see some cars here in the chat. That would be cool to see. But I'm glad you guys are digging the return of my, I guess one of my trademarks of saying, you know, yo, peep this out. I'm here to pick up so-and-so. Definitely a lot of fun. Missy Smith, my horses, I got my horses in the back. Got my horses attached. Hat is matte black. Very cool. We're moving on with the lyrics. We're moving on with the lyrics from Misty. Tony Montana, I finally got a chance to try the ribeye steakhouse burger from Jack in the Box. Nice. I really liked it, but I think the burger patty itself could have been a little bit bigger. You know, that's the truth about just about everything fast food lately, to be honest. But I agree with that. I agree with that. It's a pretty tasty looking burger, though. Pretty tasty burger in general of looking pretty tasty. Ed Keaton, what's going on? Let's see, I'm out here. Have a fantastic weekend. You as well. A very happy Memorial Day weekend to you, Ed. I hope everything is going okay. For sure. Shout outs to you, and thanks so much for jumping on and saying hi. Let's see here. We got the cars. Very nice. Little rocket dogs from Korea from Drew's Food Reviews. Critical East Japan. We got a car as well. Very, very nice. Yes, the cool drive-through videos. They're fun to do. They're fun to do. But yeah, little rocket dogs from Korea. That's hilarious there. Nothing from North Korea. Thanks, Drew. It's all good. Shout outs to all the amazing people who live there, but the government is a little out there, if you ask me. Just a little bit. Good times. All right, you guys ready for round two? You guys ready for round two? Because I'm scratching some things off my bucket list here right now. We finally have something else, and this was actually found last Sunday. And again, I was very curious to actually make an official piece of content with this, but I'm like, you know what? I mentioned to you guys, and I want to honor my word that we'd be doing this on the stream. So that's the main reason why we're going to be doing this here on the stream right now. And considering I wasn't able to find one version of this that initially came out, I want to say this came out about a year or so ago when they unveiled these, and I was never able to find them. But this version actually is brand new, for this version of it anyway. And this actually was available, I guess, last Sunday when I picked this up here. So get ready for it. I know Drew's gonna love it. Cheetos FLAMIN Hot Smoky Ghost Pepper Puffs. And good old Chester Cheetah is ready to get down with it as always. He's always getting down to eat his own products, which is very cool. Ghost pepper flavored puffs, smoky variant, and of course the flaming hot. So not only is it Cheetos name brand goodness, you've got it flaming hot, you've got smokiness, and you have the ghost pepper together. I'm expecting this to be kind of ridiculous right now. So we'll have to see if this comes out here. This was actually found at a Walmart Supercenter last Sunday. I was actually walking through the aisles with Funky Fresh, actually. We were kind of checking a few things out while we were there. And we saw this in the middle area that had a huge display, and I was like, man, at first I passed it up and I'm like, I'll come back for it. But then he was like, no, you should just grab it now. So I grabbed it, and here it is. We're gonna give it a go officially for you guys. Very excited. And again, I wasn't able to find the original version, which was, I believe it was the Pepper Puffs, for what it was then. But this actually is like the upgraded version of that. There was a Flaming Hot version of that other one, and then naturally now we have the Smoky Flaming Hot as well too. So very curious to see how this is going to go for this. And according to this, where there's smoke, there's fire. Puffs with smoke and heat, according to this. So very cool looking. Very, very cool looking. Puffs with smoking heat right there. So we'll have to see how this is. Let's get this going for you guys. And let me just put this over it just in case, because I want to protect my equipment here. Ooh. Ooh. I'm getting like a barbecue smell. Smoky barbecue. Ooh, strong. Look at these guys. Look at that on the inside. And of course they have the reflective foil coating on the outside to make it, or the inside of the outer packaging, to make it seem like you've got so much more in there, when in actuality we have half the bag is full. Maybe a little bit more than half, but wow, these are deep. Deep red and deep smoke. This has got a lot of smoke in it, guys. And they're shaped like peppers. Look at that. How cool, man. Look at that. It looks just like a pepper with a stump at the end of it too. I had no idea. That's cool. Flamin' hot. Smoky ghost pepper puffs. Let's peep this out. I'm excited. That's a thick puff. Oh, it's cakey. It's thick and cakey. Smoke, okay. There's the heat. Wow. That's a nice balance of smokiness. And guys, the shape is so cool on this. Look at that. They're actually peppers. That is so cool. But they're thick, they're dense. For the next one, let me bite it in half so you guys can take a look on the inside. But as you chew them, they're cakey. But then the heat comes in there, but the smoke is heavy on this. Wow. These are pretty cool. These are pretty cool. Let me find one that's a little bit larger here. All right, this one looks okay. I'm really digging the fact that they're shaped like peppers. That just looks really cool to me. So I'm digging that. So let me split this one in half real quick. Yeah. They're cakey, guys. Look at this. Let me see if I can try to give you the look there. They're not hollow at all. I mean, they have some denseness to them. Look at that. There you go, right there. But they're shaped like peppers. This is really good. You know, I don't think this would work as well if they were more like standard Cheetos, where they kind of like disintegrate quickly. This is pretty well thought out. And the heat, I mean, it says ghost pepper, right? I'm getting more flaming hot. It's elevated, but it's not to the point where it's like I'm dying from it, which, as you'd expect it to be. Ghost pepper is kind of like it's been around forever at this point. Fast food especially. Ghost pepper hot. It's just a little bit more of an elevated jalapeno. But considering the shape of these, and I didn't even notice that, but it looks just like what he's having there in terms of the size, which is cool. And you notice his fingers. He has Cheeto fingers, which is what they call that when you have the powdering on your finger like that. Yep, same thing. These are good, guys. These are really good. The smoky action. What's not good is the regular price there. $5.69 for this. This was only about $4.20. Literally, I think about $4.20 when I picked this up. But the heat is really strong. More of the flaming hot. But let's go for one more quick one here. But guys, very tasty. With these, and I love the fact that they're coated very nicely, and these look pretty authentic. The mold they're using for these looks just like the pepper, so I like that. I really like that. So very slick. Let's go for one more bite. We'll wrap this review with the rating coming up next. But if you guys see these in the store, I would highly recommend this. This is actually a very nice variation of these, and the smokiness is on point. Very, very, very cool. I love the cakey aspect of the thickness of this on the inside. It's not hollow. These are pretty satisfying. Let's go for one more. Shall I chase it with some sugar? Oh, no. Ugh. That's gross. That is gross. Now, oh, no. Ugh. Unexpected. All right. Oh, no. No. Mountain Dew, at least that version, Summer Freeze. Don't mix the Rocket Pop with Smoky, Flaming Hot Ghost Pepper Puffs, okay? I would not recommend that. Not a good look, not a good look. Guys, 9 out of 10 by far. This is a pretty banging situation. Price point is high though, even on its own. Naturally, all these things are going to be on sale when you get them. But I have to say, very tasty with the combination of the flavors with this. It really feels more like an elevated Flaming Hot situation. But the smoke is heavy. And I love the actual, I guess the Cheeto itself there. It's legit looking just like that, guys. It has the stump and everything. It's a very cool mold. And it really works pretty nicely. And the smokiness is on point. So good recommendation. And it's a fairly decent amount on the inside, I guess, with this. But very cool. Very, very cool. So by far, 9 out of 10 for this. That is a very tasty situation. Very tasty situation. Oh, my goodness. All right. Guys, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you guys. This was a fast hour, believe it or not, but I'm also super hungry for dinner right now. So I am ready to go to get some food in just a second here. But I wanted to take a quick moment to wish each and every one of you a very happy Memorial Day weekend, a very happy Memorial Day. Whatever you guys do, do it safely, be safe. If you plan on having a little too much to drink beverage wise, definitely reach out to somebody. Do not drink and drive, please. We want to see you guys back here for the next stream. And we'll definitely go from there. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. You guys have brand new content coming out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Of course, another new review. And then you'll find this replay on Sunday, which is the 28th. That's actually going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as always. And shout outs to all of you guys for, like I said, with the promo for the merchandise stuff there as well. If you guys are taking advantage of that, please continue to do so. Get that 25%, YT Shopping 25. I really greatly appreciate that. And naturally, it all goes right back to you guys, into the content that you're seeing being able to be made. I couldn't do what I do without you guys, naturally. And it means a lot to me. I love to create. I feel privileged to be able to do so. It really keeps me sane. It keeps me grounded. And I greatly appreciate all of you guys tuning into my content, letting me know on direct social media, dropping comments, whatever it is that you'd like to do to let me know. It means a great deal. And if you do happen to see me out in public, if you guys are in the San Gabriel Valley, or if you're here in the Southern Cali area, just come over and say hi. I'd be happy to do that with you guys as well too. So shout outs to all the amazing content creators here in the chat. You already know who you are. Drew's Food Reviews, to name a few. Jackie Hero Food Reviews, Critical Eats Japan, all the amazing peeps who put it out there, Freddy Foodie King. And for those of you guys who may be watching this on the replay, keep doing what you do. It does a world. It means the world. It makes the world a difference, or it makes a difference in the world for people that are dealing with stuff, of course. And just to be able to zone out and enjoy yourself at the same time while you're doing what you do there. So shout outs to each and every one of you guys. Shout outs to you as well, Michael Domayer, Larry Nguyen. If you're watching this on the replay, hey, we had some peeps asking about you tonight as well. Misty Smith, Ernest 785, you already know. To all the amazing super chatters here. You guys are obviously going to be listed down below, as well as in the description as well, once the replay goes live on Sunday. To Enoel, Funky Fresh, to everybody in between, all of you guys that are here, thank you so much for jumping on. This is definitely something to check out. Of course, get yourself some Mountain Dew action. The Summer Freeze is pretty good. If you can find the zero variant, I'd recommend it. That's pretty strong in terms of the sugar, so I can't wait to see if I can find it. And then we'll just go from there. And again, with the Cheetos, Smoky Ghost Pepper Puffs, very good fun situation with that as well too. Aben113, what's going on? Let's see, it should be a collab between Ghost Pepper Cheetos Chicken Sandwich from KFC. I'd love to see that. They haven't had another version of that since the very first one that came out, which I had a blast checking out as well too. KFC playlist, you guys can find all that goodness there as well too. So guys, again, brand new review coming up on Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This replay will be up on Sunday, right before Memorial Day, at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you probably will find something from me on Monday on Memorial Day to kind of break the monotony of whatever you may be doing. If anything does go live, it will be at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time as well, and we will just go from there. So until the next stream, let me jump on over. I'll be here in the chat for another minute or so until the stream times out as usual. And then we will go from there. So shout outs to all of you guys, to the well wishes, to everybody. Mama Peeps watching this on the replay, I'm going to give you a call as well. I know you can't see this at the moment, but I'm going to call you. So if you are watching this replay, I would have called you already. You know I love you, Mom. Just so you know. And to everybody else here, I appreciate you being here and spending some time with me tonight. We're going to round out with a couple of intros or outros at the same time, just for time's sake as well. And it is off to get some food for dinner. So enjoy your weekend, and I will catch you soon. And again, thank you so much for the love and support continually, guys. It really means the world, and I have so much fun doing this for you guys. And I will see you on the next stream, if not the next review, officially tomorrow, officially here on the 27th at 2 p.m. So thanks so much, Big John. Take care as well to all of you guys on here. And I will catch you a little bit sooner than later, obviously, because the next few days you're going to be seeing me online here at some point. So with that, this is Ian K officially closing out the pre-Memorial Day weekend live stream, letting you know that I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel, like always. And just like I always say, I just totally messed that up again. We have another fluff from last time. Okay, we're jumping right into it. I'm going to be enjoying some in and out because that's what I'm thinking about right now, Critical. It's funny that you say that. But here we go. This is Ian K officially closing out the live stream one more time. And like I always say, I've got Brandon. I'm so all over the place right now. I'm losing it. You know what it is? It's the Mountain Dew and that pepper together. It's just not working for me right now. So let's just power through it here. Let's do it there. This is Ian K officially closing out the live stream. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. There we go. That works out pretty nicely. And now finally, with that, peace. I'm out.